Good morning. It is 7:11 a.m. on Monday, July 26th, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis and been up for a little bit. This is 5 more minutes. So, I was originally thinking that I would maybe give a video tour of my completed Lego Daily Bugle set. Yeah, I still have it. I still keep thinking that it's going to be visible from this angle when I lean over, but it's not. It's just around the corner. But what I could do is I could set up a little webcam and use it to just kind of like go around and look at all the little details and so on. But it would be not a trivial process to bring that over to where it would be easy to do that. Although I suppose I could also use my laptop and put the camera over there and I wouldn't have to move it. That might be easier. But here's the question. Does anyone actually want that? So I'm gonna pose that question in this video, and talk about something else today. But if you watch this video and you're thinking, oh, definitely, I want to see close-up video of that Lego set, then maybe I'll do it. But in the meantime, I rewatched The Goonies yesterday because it was the third Richard Donner movie that Mike and I are watching. We're planning to watch to do our recording for watching 100 movies tonight, where we're going to talk about Superman, The Goonies, and Lethal Weapon, all Richard Donner movies, in order, to memorialize that director who died recently. The Goonies has long been a favorite for me, and so it's definitely a movie that I'm not really very able to watch without at least a pretty significant nostalgia filter. That said, I did about 6 years ago introduce a friend to it who had never seen it before, and according to him, it held up pretty well. He liked it. But I think that it's a special film, and I think that one of the things about it that honestly makes it linger for me more so than others is the fact that there is a degree of artificiality is not quite the word, a degree of meta in it. I think that I would enjoy the movie less if it felt more realistic. And I don't just mean that, like, in terms of the things that happen in it. I just, like, I will say, once they get to the pirate ship, after they find the gold, that whole sort of final, like, battle with the Fratellis is not the best part of the movie. It's, the action choreography is not up to what we kind of have come to expect today, even in a kid's adventure movie. But, at the same time, like, they cast people who weren't, like Anne Ramsey, who plays Ma Fratelli, like, she's not jumping around. And these kids, most of these kids are like, they've been acting a little bit, but, it's like, it's, a lot of them are kids, right? And so they're great in their roles, but I think, so what I was thinking yesterday is that the movie, now that I'm into like tabletop role-playing games, it's striking to me how much the movie feels like the imagination vision version of these kids playing some kind of a, like, Dungeons and Dragons or Kids on Bikes adventure. Kids on Bikes is another tabletop role-playing game that is designed to evoke movies like this one, for example, or Stranger Things, say. But, like, because the kids, like, there's frequently, like, scary things that happen, but there's still kind of a little bit of a degree of remove, like Like the kids are all excited to be excited and be scared by things, but there's never that huge a sense of real danger. It always slightly feels like everyone's play acting at it, but like that could be, in theory, like saying these things could sound like a criticism of the movie, like saying, oh, well, the actors felt like they were having fun on a playground rather than, playing an imagination game rather than, um, feeling like these kids were real kids really going through this situation. But I'm feeling like, well, you wouldn't really want it to be like that, though. Because, first of all, like, they're kids. You don't really, like, you don't want to have to imagine, like, well, I don't know. I mean, there are certainly, shows like Stranger Things where it is a much more grounded thing, and you do have a sense that these are, it's more in that vein of, more realistic kids feeling like they're in real danger, as opposed to everything feeling a little bit like I think part of what always inspired me about Goonies is not the idea of actually really going on a movie, like an adventure like Mikey and the rest of the Goonies do, but rather getting to play that adventure like making the movie. Now, that said, of course, the actual movie making process is, I'm sure, a lot of work, and it takes a long time, and it's, that sort of thing. But just like, the idea of getting to run around on that pirate ship, or go down that water slide, or play around with those cool booby traps, like that's the part that seems fun to me. Anyway, I will leave it there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.